crackhead that you hired off of the corner to hype your team up and shit. But nonetheless, they out here winning, and he putting belt the ass after every win. You feel me? So shout out to the Hurricanes and them boys out there doing their thing. College football playoffs has been fun so far. It's been shaping up to look like something is about to happen or bound to happen for real. And I'm rooting, as of right now, I'm rooting for Miami to go out and do their thing. And like I said, shout out to Indiana too, because they doing their motherfucking thing. After whooping Bama ass to come back to beat the hell out of Oregon was really good. Was really good, man. But how y'all feeling today, man? Like we got some shit that we're gonna get into. I want to talk about. So I don't know if you guys has been paying attention to the YouTube page or not. But as of recently, I say maybe for the past year and a half a year, let's say for the last 6 months, maybe I've been watching Sons of Anarchy. As of right now, I just finished season two. I'm still fucked up from what happened at the end of season two, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about what happened season one, season two of Sons of Anarchy, because that's as far as I've gotten. You know what I'm saying? If you guys go over to the YouTube page, you will see that the last two episodes is up for members only, and it will be up next week for everyone else. With that all being said, boy, I am still traumatized. I am still fucked up from what happened at the end of episode 13. So, spoiler alert for those who haven't watched Sons of Anarchy, and I'm about to be talking to my Sons fans right now. I was not expecting, by any stretch of the imagination, I was not expecting them to take motherfucking Abel. Wasn't expecting that. So, end of episode 13, the excuse me, the ATF bitch, forgot her name, set up the nigga, the Irish bull that was fucking with Jimmy O and shit to try to get his pop, right? And his pop was like basically telling him like, look, the only way you can get out of this and still save face with the Irish people is to kill the ATF bitch. That's the only way you can get up out of this joint. So homeboy was like, I bet we're gonna do that. So he, they basically set the whole thing. ATF set the entire thing up. I mean, including that conversation. They knew about that conversation, right? So he go back to the room. He had a blicky hitting, you know what I'm saying? He had a blicky hitting in the bathroom that they didn't know about. Well, apparently they did know about. So he come out, you know what I'm saying, acting all tough. For one, this motherfucker didn't even do what he was supposed to have done, which means he didn't even try to shoot Shorty. He came out acting all scared, crying, hands shaking and shit. Like, bro, you was never built for this type of environment in or time. You feel me? He was never built for this shit to begin with. But he come out there with the blicky and he's shaking and Shorty walk up on him. That's how you know that she ain't respect or fear him, because we seen how she was acting around the Sons, and we seen how she was acting around you know what I'm saying, other people that get busy. She was not afraid of bro at all. Walked right up on him, took the strap out of his hand, even fired the shot to let bro know that this shit was full of blanks and we was on to you the whole time. We just wanted to see if you had the balls to actually go through with it, in which, you know what I'm saying, you didn't. So I guess he was kind of feeling motherfucking embarrassed and upset about the fact that they played him. So he's sitting down in front of her. She talking big shit about the fact that they played him, and now you better go get your motherfucking dad, or nigga, you going to jail, or we're gonna just leave you to die from the Irish people, the Irish mafia, right? So he punched her in the pussy. He literally punched Shorty in the pussy and shit. I'm telling y'all, this is how season 2 of Sons of Anarchy end, right? Punch Shorty in the pussy. Then he tried to break, and she shot him in the spine. I thought she shot him in the ass cheek. That's the way it looked. I'm like, oh, he got shot in the ass. He be all right. Apparently, she shot him in the spine, and he died. So she was in a fucked up situation. Like, she didn't have no way out of that joint. Like, she killed her CI, you know what I'm saying, just out of pure anger and frustration because she was getting tired of getting her ass whipped. She told the people that was outside that was monitoring the house, like, yo, that was just the blank that went off. It wasn't no issue and shit. So she lied about the situation. So she ain't really had no way out of it. Push come to shove, you know what I'm saying? Over on the other side of town, motherfucking Sons is chasing down Zorbel and the Mayans and shit, because the Mayans was working with Zorbel. Nobody told the Mayans that. Oh yeah, so by this time, everybody found out that Zorbel was an FBI informant and shit. So nobody told the Mayans that he was working for the FBI because Clay said that they would kill him first, and he don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? He want the sons to get to him or whatnot. So ain't nobody tell the Mayans what was going on. So they escorting him out the city or whatever, so he can go and dip off. By this time, right? His daughter had left to go see the Irish boy that just got clipped by the ATF bitch, right? So she walks in the crib looking for bro. Bro nowhere to be found. She see bro in the room with the blood around him, and she's like, oh shit. She pulls out her blicky because she think that somebody's still in here because the ATF bitch is one of the most unstealthiest bitches in the world. She's sitting next to, I mean, she's standing on the wall and somehow still knocks some shit over. It makes no sense, right? So, so she knocks the fucking the lamp. Well, she don't knock the lamp over, but she hit the lamp and shit, and that will bring Shorty attention to it. So she walking towards the room with the blicky, but she didn't know the whole time she was on the way to homeboy crib that Gemma Teller was following behind her. Now, a little backstory for those of you who don't know about Gemma. Gemma is like the queen of charming, Clay Murrow's woman and Jax's mom, right? So she's like the queen of charming, whatever, but they ain't got really much to do with this right now, right? But she also was gang banged unwillingly by white supremacist group, which was connected to the nigga Zorbel. But what started that whole situation was Zorbel's daughter, which is this shorty that's going to check on her man right now, is shit. Set Gemma up the whole way through. Act like if she had a baby choking in the car, Gemma was going to go check, hit her over the head with a billy club, put her to sleep, which sent her off to get, you know what I'm saying, abused by Weston's men and those white supremacists, right? So Gemma can't let this shit go. She sees Shorty on the street. She got her grandbaby in the car. She got a daughter-in-law, and she's being followed by one of the members of the Sons because you know we're under basically lockdown right now because we're about to go to war type shit, right? So they following Shorty, and Gemma Shorty Tara, which is her daughter-in-law, Jackson's woman, and shit. She like, yo, what you doing? What's going on? And she telling her, yo, that's Ethan Zorbel's daughter, the one that set me up to get raped. Or you know what I'm saying? This is YouTube to get raped, right? So so she followed Shorty into the crib, which remember that's the same crib that the ATF bitch and the ATF have under surveillance. The ATF bitch is inside after she just killed the Irish dude. I can't remember his name, so I call him that. After she just killed the Irish dude and shit. So Irish dude girlfriend walks in there, calling his name. She sees him was over there dead. She pull her blicky out. Gemma follows behind her. Gemma is in the house behind her. Long story short, Gemma shoots her, kills her. ATF bitch come out after Gemma. For one, Gemma, like this whole situation, like I said, the motherfucking Sons had Zorbel lined up to clip him. Like they had him lined up to get him the fuck up out of here. They had everything worked out with the Irish and they about to start doing business back together. Everything was working perfectly because Jax and Clay finally came back together to work some shit out, right? Because they was beefing this season or whatever. Soon as this shit come together, now mind you, the person that brought them together was Gemma. She did her job by bringing them together and forcing them to work against something together, right? As soon as they start working together, this bitch gonna fuck it up. The first thing she do is, oh, I'm gonna take this into my own hands. I'm a member of the club. Bitch, you not a member of the club. You're not. You ain't got no patch. You ain't got no cut. You ain't got not a goddamn. You ain't even got a goddamn bicycle, let alone a motorcycle. And you out here making these decisions like you really putting in work and shit. So long story short, she followed bitch to the joint. She killed bitch. ATF bitch ends up pinning everything on Jenna, including the dude that she killed. And while she on the radio saying this, the dude father that they've been trying to get the whole time, which was on his way to the fucking crib, but the ATF bitch is a fucking retard. You know what I'm saying? On our way to the crib, here's over his police scanner because you know you can't be a criminal if you don't have a proper police scanner and shit like that, right? So he hear over his scanner that Gemma Teller killed his son, and he loses it. He loses it. So on like he's sitting there going through it, and one of the sons, aka Half Sack, is riding around on his bike looking for Gemma to try to get her back to where she needs to go. He sees Half Sacks and he follows this motherfucker back to Jax's crib because Half Sack thinks that Gemma might have went there, and he's also going to let Tara know what the fuck is going on and shit. So did all that, right? Did all that, and hold on. Oh, this is disrespectful. We're gonna talk about this shit in a few seconds. He did all that. He followed bro to the crib, ended up killing Half Sack and stealing Jax's fucking child, Abel, the young baby, the motherfucker that's probably like 8 months. You know what I'm saying? End up stealing this child, bro. That shit broke me. And that's how the season fucking ends, nigga. Listen to me. The season ends on the worst terms imaginable. You talk about a cliffhanger, nigga. I was ready to jump off the motherfucker. You feel me? I was ready to jump off that bitch. I was so heated, bro. I was sick about how that season ended. So immediately, of course, I'm going to start season 3. We have to see my young boy Abel get rescued because if they don't, if they play with my boy, it's up for these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I know my boy Jax and Sam Crow, you know what I'm saying, the Sons is going to torch the world, you know what I'm saying, in order to get his son back and shit like that. But boy, that was my experience with the first 2 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. This wasn't even on some shit like I am deep into it, bro. Literally, I just finished season 2 yesterday. Haven't started season 3 yet. I am extremely hooked on this show. I want to say thank you to everybody that suggested this show, everybody that asked, you know what I'm saying, for me to watch it, everybody that voted for it in the community polls when I put it out there, because this is one of the best shows that I've seen in a long time. And I didn't think that I would be this invested in white people drama, but I am 100% locked in, 100% locked in for real. So that's one of the best shows that I've seen in a long time. And I want to say thank you guys for putting me onto this. But to veer off real quick, bro, and I was trying to wait on my co-host to come through so we could talk about this, but he's taking his sweet ass time, so we're gonna keep it moving. The NFL's all pro teams has been announced, and I have a serious problem with this all pro selections this year. And it's not necessarily the problem that y'all would think, right? So, of course, the quarterback for the all pro team is Matthew Stafford. First team all pro Matthew Stafford. Big shout out to him. Running back, Bijan Robinson. Big shout out to him. He had an amazing season this year on a bad team. It seems like the only fullback that you will ever have as an all pro will be Cal Juszczyk until he's retired. Is shit. Shout out to Cal Juszczyk. And then we get to this the actual. Oh, here go my goddamn co-host, because I was up here talking about this motherfucking all pro team selection, and I have a big problem with this shit. I have a serious problem with this shit. So let him get his shit right, you know, on his end. As a matter of fact, until he get his shit right, I don't know if I could put him off to the side and shit. Hold on. Oh, he did it himself. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. But I have a big problem with this all pro selection when it comes to the wide receivers. The wide receivers are Puka Nacua. No problem with that at all. One of the best receivers, top 3, top 2 receiver in the league. Jackson Smith and Jigma. Not a problem with that at all. The best receiver, statistic wise, this year, well, at least receiving yards wise, this year. So he deserves to be there. And then you got Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. And my thing is, get the fuck out my face. I'm sorry. I love Jamar Chase. I think he's one of the best receivers in the league. Not last year. I'm sorry, not last year. He wasn't better than George Pickens last year. Like I don't know. I don't know if I'm tripping. I don't know if I'm tripping, but we about to go look at this, right? So they got Jamar Chase up here as an all pro, first team all pro, but they don't have George Pickens up there as first team all pro, right? So I'm gonna go to Pro Football Reference and we're gonna pull up their stats, right? We're gonna start with Jamar. Right. We're gonna start with him. Oh, shit. Shit. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Shit. Because I didn't know he had that good of a season. This motherfucker had Jake Browning and whoever his fucking quarterback was for most of the season and shit. But this man finished with 1,408 touchdowns. Ugh. Ugh. Hold on, let's go to George. Let's go to George and see what happened with bro. Let's see how his season went last year. Cause boy. Hey, peace of love, peace of love. That's what I'm talking about. Roll up, smoke something. Roll up and smoke something. You feel me? Good morning to you too. But GP ended with 1,409 touchdowns. Man, my boy deserved to be first team all pro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The reason why y'all saying that Jamar Chase deserved to be there, and rightfully so, because he didn't have his quarterback the whole season. He had to make do with what he had. I give nothing but respect for that. Nothing but respect for that. Fuck out of here. George Pickens deserved to be first team all pro, bro, this year. And I'm ready to argue with anybody. And I'm saying specifically over motherfucking Jamar Chase. And I'm ready to argue with anybody. And shit. I'm ready to argue with anybody. All purpose, of course, is Christian McCaffrey. The tight end, Trey McBride from Arizona, had an amazing year, and he definitely deserved to be first team all pro this year. Shout out to bro, because he deserved this shit. Then we got some of our linemen and shit. And I ain't even feeling the linemen, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go. What's up, family? What's the deal? We out here. Oh yes, sir. That's how you get your morning started. Breakfast for champions. I don't know where you at on what coast, but out here, this is breakfast time. It's morning time for us out here. So breakfast for champions. You feel me? But so we get into our linemen, right? Our offensive linemen on the all pro side of things. And I ain't like I said, I'm not really mad at this list. I feel like if we're gonna put a goddamn an offensive line together when we're talking all pro, I think Tyler Smith belongs on. Now he did have more penalties this year than he should have, and I definitely agree with that. So that's why I'm not mad if he's not on there this year. But I think that when we talking guards, he's top 5, top 3 guards in the league in my opinion. But we going off with the left tackle. We got Garrett Boyles from Denver, did his thing this year. Left guard Joe Tooney from Chicago, one of the best left guards in the league and shit. I wouldn't say that he's better than Tyler Smith, but we out in Australia. But hey, yo, shout out to Australia. We appreciate you tuning in for real. No bullshit. Straight up. He said we breaking off a big chunk to throw that bitch in a bong. You hear me? We throwing that in a bong. Straight up. Oh yeah, I ain't even got my background music going on. My bad. All right, so then we got the center who Creed Humphrey from Kansas City. I think he win that shit by default. You're the center for Patrick Mahomes. You gonna win that shit by default. You feel me? Like so like that's why he's there. Penei Sewell, kind of the same thing with the right tackle, and he's arguably the best right tackle in the league, especially when Lane Johnson is not healthy. If Lane Johnson healthy, Lane Johnson is the best right tackle of all time in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But when he's not healthy, Penei Sewell is a great comp. You know what I'm saying? Is a great person that you can put in there. And then our right guard was Quentin something from Denver. I can't pronounce bro last name, and I don't want to butcher it. You feel me? So shout out to those guys coming through on the offensive line. Then we got our edge rushers. And our edge rushers is pretty much the same with the exception of Will Anderson. Shout out to Will Anderson making the first team. I don't know if this is his first team, but shout out to bro with the first team all pros edge rusher. Of course, Myles Garrett is first team, the sack leader, the record holder now. He broke, you know what I'm saying, the all-time sack list and shit with the sack games. And wow, sacks and games and shit with 23, passing Michael Strahan with 22 and a half. Michael Strahan says, oh, well, I did mine in 16 games. He did an extra game. Well, he also did his in probably like 100 less snaps too. So that's, if we're going to call out the amount of games, we got to call out the amount of snaps too. You probably had over 100 snaps more than Myles Garrett to get that goddamn record.
All right,
Here
we back.
go. Here go Jay Will. This shit.
Yeah, what's going
Here go
on?
Jay Will. I'm talking about this goddamn All Pro. Let me get my shit right. I'm talking about this motherfucking All Pro team. And
Okay.
shit. And one of my biggest gripes that I had with it is the 3 receivers on the All Pro team. 2 of them I have no problem with. Puka Nacua, I have no problem with Puka being first team All Pro. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I have no problem with him being first team All Pro. Jamar Chase is the third receiver, and I put his stats up against, of course, George Pickens. They're relatively the same. I think they gave it to Jamar Chase because he didn't have his quarterback the entire season, and he was able to still have 1,400 yards and 8 touchdowns. Right, but at the same time, he didn't have a better year than George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? In my humble opinion.
Okay, well, can you read? I don't have the stats in front of me. Can you read them off?
As a matter of fact, I think I can. You know what I'm saying? I think I can. So we gonna go. Who stats I got? We got all right. So we got Jamar Chase stats up here first. We got 14, 12, and 8 touchdowns. Right?
Okay.
14, 12, and 8 touchdowns. And he was probably because you know Jamar Chase is probably always leading the league in receptions.
Now, when you say 14,
1,400 yards.
How many catches, receptions?
That's what I'm saying. He probably was one of the top guys in receptions this year. We about to go check that out right now.
Okay.
And that's the thing, though. I don't want to use that as a slight on George Pickens because George Pickens was able to have that same amount, if not more, yards with less catches. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to use that as a slight on him with Jamar having more receptions. But Jamar is third in receptions with 125. George Pickens is 8th in receptions with 93. George Pickens has more receiving yards and more touchdowns.
Okay.
So I think technically he did more with less. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Technically he did more with less. And I think that he should be that third receiver. And now I'm pretty sure they're going to make him a second team All Pro. But I don't think that he should be second team this year. I think that he should be first team because he was one of the top 3 receivers in the league when it came to production, touchdowns, and yards.
How did CeeDee Lamb look this year?
CeeDee Lamb finished with just over 1,000 yards. Hold up, where we at with it? 'Cause I think he like number 11 somewhere, so he's not up there right now. Scroll down a little bit more. Where is CeeDee? Where is Sedary? Well, see, he not. I got it under receptions. Let me go to yards because he's not even up there when it comes.
Well, let me ask you this, and I know what you're going to say, but hear me out. So you do think the fact that CD was on the other side of him, they held that against George Pickens?
Yeah, I think because the fact that he was the number 2 in Dallas, basically, I know his numbers look like he was the number 1, but technically, and everybody knows that he's the number 2 in Dallas. So I think that's part of the main reason why he's not getting the first team selection and end up might be on the second team and shit. Because if you look at a nigga like T. Higgins, he only had 800 yards receiving. So it was really just Jamar Chase over there. You know what I'm saying? It was really just Jamar over there. And look, I'm not about to talk myself out of this though. I'm not about to talk myself out of this because I still feel 93 receptions to 125, and I still got more yards and more touchdowns than you. I should be a first team All Pro. And shout out to, and we're gonna show this one more time. Shout out to the good brother from Australia. You know what I'm saying? That's up waking and baking with your boys early.
Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate y'all in Australia.
Straight up and down, for real. He said he got a big chunk of hash that he about to put in the bong for your boy one time this morning.
Talk about it.
I'm not really a bong person because my lung capacity ain't what it used to be. That shit be fucking niggas up. You be out here, you out here choking, eyes watering. You out here looking like you be healthy. I ain't got no time.
My boy said he in his prime, though he can do that. It's all right.
Let him do it. I'm proud of it.
Know what I mean?
Doing it for the waking day or whatnot.
But Australia don't play around.
Not at all. That's my only issue so far. I was going through the whole first team. I already went through my whole rant on the season 1 and 2, mainly season 2 of Sons of Anarchy and shit. But right now I'm on this All Pro list that literally just came out maybe like 5-10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on this shit. I was going through, like I said, the main issue I had. Of course, the quarterback is Matt Stafford. First team All Pro quarterback is Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
I think anybody other than him would have been blasphemous shit, in my opinion. And don't let this be that year like y'all did Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson is the first quarterback in a long time to be first team All Pro and not win the MVP. Y'all gave it to Josh Allen, who was second team All Pro. Don't let that shit happen this year. If y'all making Matt Stafford first team All Pro and 43 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, some shit like that. 46 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Mm-hmm. There's no quarterback that had a better season than him. You could argue the only player that had a better season than him is Myles Garrett, but his team did. So,
right.
Like, Bijan Robinson is the first team. Now, go ahead.
Not even to be like Ram bias,
right?
But when you talk about the MVP award, to me, it really does mean the most valuable player to their team. Now, if you look at what Drake May did, for instance, I know a lot of people are saying this between those two.
Right.
The Drake May had what, 31 touchdowns?
30
touchdowns.
30. Yeah, 30.
Okay. Well, when is the last time you seen a quarterback throw 30 touchdowns? How many quarterbacks threw 30 touchdowns this year?
This year, yeah. Let alone, Dak got 30 or 32. Jared Goff got 33. So yeah. There's at least 3 or 4 quarterbacks that has 30 plus touchdowns right now. Yeah.
Now, how often is somebody throwing over 45 touchdowns in a year?
That's not as of recently, which is crazy because you would think that it would happen a lot more. It's really been one per season. Last year it was Joe Burrow. It was no other quarterback that had over 40 plus touchdowns. I think the year before that it was Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that it's only been like 1, maybe 2 per year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe as of recently and shit.
And my whole thing is, now granted, what's their record? 14-3?
Who, the Rams or
Patriots?
I believe, yeah, something like that.
Right.
14-3.
So they were able to be 14-3 with 30 touchdowns. Our team is 12-5, I believe.
Yeah.
And we had to have him to go 12-5. He had to throw 46. He is the most valuable player because if we don't have him, we easily could be 5-12.
14-3 is the Patriots record.
14-3.
Yeah.
So that's just me personally. I feel like it can easily be swapped if we don't have Matthew Stafford this year. If he was really ached by those back pains that he had earlier in the season before the season started in the preseason. Imagine, know what I mean? Like we needed Matthew to make a lot of those throws he was making, man. It was amazing to see.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. And like I said, I don't think there's an argument when you have him as first team quarterback. He should be the MVP for real. Bijan Robinson,
Drake May,
yeah, straight up, an amazing season for a second year quarterback. He deserved all the accolades that he getting, just not the MVP.
His time coming.
Yeah, running back is Bijan Robinson. Had an amazing year on a bad team, of course. That's how a lot of running backs have to do, unfortunately, until you get traded to like the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. I believe this is his first time receiving first team nods and shit as an All-Pro. So shout out to Bijan for receiving that. I said this earlier and shit, and you might wholeheartedly agree with me. Until Kyle Juszczyk retire, he will be the first team All-Pro fullback every year. I don't think.
Well, yeah. Like I can only imagine how many All-Pros does that guy have? Because no one uses fullbacks like that anymore.
And there used to be what's the boy name out in Baltimore? Pritchard. He would be the only one that would give him a run for his money, but it was more so for blocking than anything because he wasn't doing what Juszczyk was doing. Juszczyk was like an extra tight end that could block in the backfield, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, until he retired, he's going to be first team All-Pro fullback every year. And then of course we had our receivers, which I told you I still, regardless of how they looking at Pickens as a number 1 or 2, I still feel like he deserved to be first team All-Pro over Jamar Chase this year. And then you got the all-purpose guy, Christian McCaffrey. If Christian McCaffrey is healthy, he's going to be first team 9 times out of 10 for this particular category every year. You know what I'm saying? So this motherfucker almost had 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving this year. He was top 10 for most of the year, I don't know if he ended, but for most of the year, he was top 10 in receptions and yards. You know what I'm saying? Receiving wise is shit. Christian McCaffrey is shit. So, and then we get to our tight end, Trey McBride, another guy from your division that you saw a lot this
Balled
year.
out.
I was about to say, I said this year, like he was one of, if not the best tight end in the league.
No, he was the best tight end in the league. He balled out.
Facts.
Yeah.
And
what, 120? 120 catches?
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ, yeah, he was killing your linebackers. Yeah, he was killing everybody linebackers.
Linebackers and safety. Yeah, safety was too small, linebackers was too slow. You know, so
he was
out there abusing niggas.
Yeah,
Facts.
he was.
And then I was getting into the offensive line. We got Garrett Boyles from Denver. We got Joe Tooney from Chicago. Creed Humphrey, of course. Quinn Minette.
Broncos, I know.
Yeah, Denver guy. And Penei Sewell and shit. Like I said, if what's my boy name for Philly? If Lane Johnson is injured, Penei Sewell is going to be first team. If Lane Johnson is healthy, Lane Johnson is going to be first team. You know, so that's just how it works.
In Detroit, stop playing around. Just move Penei Sewell to the left side. I mean, you're wasting the guy's talent on the right. That's just me.
No bullshit.
The guy's one of the best in the league. Period. Amongst offensive linemen, just move him to the left side. Go off and use the protection.
I completely agree with that. And then we got our edge rushers, that's where I was at when you popped up this shit. So we got our edge rushers, which is Myles Garrett, of course. You know, basically an MVP candidate right there. And Will Anderson. I don't know if this is his first team All-Pro, but shout out to the young boy Will Anderson, aka Bronny James, because that motherfucker looked just like Bronny James. That nigga looked like a big Bronny James. That's LeBron, illegitimate son. This shit. So shout out to him. Yeah, from the Houston Texans and shit. And then we got Micah Parsons rounding it out. He did, even though he got injured, I think week 10 or some shit like that. Yeah. He did end the season with 13 and a half sacks. You know, Micah's just a fucking beast. And shit. The most pressures, of course, and all that good shit when it comes to Micah Parsons and all that. Then we got our interior lineman. Jeffrey Simmons is coming through with another first team All-Pro from Tennessee. And shit. He is developing into one of the best, if not the best, interior linemen in the game. And then we got Zach Allen from Denver, I believe this is his first time making
I believe so.
A first team All-Pro. So shout out to him. And that Denver defensive line, just amazing defensive line this year, one of the best in the league for real. I know they're leading the league in sacks this year as a team and shit.
Yeah, him and Nick Bonito and all those.
Number 15. If you guys don't know who that is, I know some of y'all know him by numbers. But then we go to our linebackers. We got Jack Campbell from Detroit. Okay, and then Jordan Brooks from Miami. Okay, shout out to both of those guys. I believe this is Jordan Brooks' first time making it. It might be right. It might be Jack Campbell's first time making first team. I think he might have made a couple second teams. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to those two guys. And then we got our cornerbacks, which you can have a pick of the litter this year, right? Yeah. Honestly, bro, this is shocking the shit out of me looking at this shit. So we got Derek Stingley from Houston. This is the number one ranked defense in the league too, Houston. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all do see more than normal amount of defensive players from Houston on the defensive side of the ball, just know that was the number one ranked defense this year. So, but and then we got Quinyon Mitchell from Philadelphia. He probably had the best year of a corner this year.
Quietly too.
I think he gave up 100 yards maybe once, and I think he might have gave up 99 yards. Not even, you know what I'm saying? Not even 100 and shit. Like so
that boy was balling.
Yeah, he was balling. He saw CD and George Pickens twice and was able to only allow, I think, 50 yards total between the two, or 54 yards total between the two. You know what I'm saying? So just that receiving core right there, you get some respect for it right there. And slot corner, surprisingly, is Cooper DeJean from Philadelphia, even though I think he kind of struggled a little bit more this year than he did last year. But I guess he was the best slot corner this year or whatnot. We got our safeties. We got Cal Hamilton coming in from Baltimore. And we got Kevin Byard from Chicago.
Okay.
Kevin Byard going from being released and let go from the Eagles last year, and nobody really picking him up until later in the season, to being first team All-Pro this year. Shout out to bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro. Yeah. For real. Special teamers, we got place kicker Will Richard from Minnesota. Punter, we got Jordan Stout from Baltimore. Punt returner, we got Ray Davis from Buffalo. Kick returner, we got Ray Davis from Buffalo. And punt returner, we got Chamir Dyke from Tennessee. Or how you, I call that man Dyke, but I don't know how to say that man's last name and shit. I think it's DK. Honestly, I think it's DK for real. Like that's how they say it on TV. That shit. That's how they say it on TV. Shit. And then our second team All Pro, right? Drake May at quarterback.
Okay.
Dak Prescott should be second team All. Look, listen. I know I sound like I'm being a homer and I'm being real biased. Dak Prescott should be second team, or Jared Goff should be second team All Pro. Running back, James Cook. He had he had a fantastic
season.
year. Yeah, fantastic year.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Here go our second team fullback, Patrick Rashard. You know what I'm saying? From Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know, like I was saying.
Only teams that use fullback, so of course they're gonna get it.
Right.
Everybody else,
my guy Slick. What's the deal, bro?
Yo, what's going on, Slick, bro?
Y'all go over and watch Sons of Sins on Tubi right now. Well, after you're done watching this podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go check that shit out. Then we got here go our receivers and shit. Of course, number 1 is George Pickens. Number 2, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 3, surprisingly, Chris Olave. You know what I'm saying?
Bounce back season for him.
An amazing year, but you know who I thought was going to take that? Drake London. Drake London had a fucking year, bro. He had a year for real. Now it's cool, bro. We just talking sports as of right now and shit. That's all. As of right now, we just talking sports. This list just came out, so we had to get to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Coming up on the playoffs, gotta get this out.
Word. But George Pickens, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't really have an argument there. Maybe Devontae Smith instead of Amon-Ra St. Brown or Chris Olave. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But I don't really have a problem. But look, for the all-purpose second team, Bijan Robinson. He made first team and second team All-Pro.
Really?
Crazy.
He made both?
It's crazy. I'm about to say, is that even possible? I ain't never know that you can make first team and second team, maybe for 2 different positions. So look, Travis Hunter, you got an opportunity at something.
But Bijan don't play 2 positions, bro.
Well, no, because he got first team All-Pro at running back and second team at all-purpose.
Oh, okay, got you. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. Since today, I'm assuming. I don't even know.
I never heard it.
Long and shit. You feel me?
Go ahead, do you think? Go
ahead. Tight end Kyle Pitts, second team All-Pro. Kyle Pitts did have a really good year this year.
Another good bounce back season.
Basically, I'm about to say a bounce back season from his rookie season. He haven't had a season like this since his rookie season. Type shit,
because we wasn't sure what was going on and how they wasn't using them properly in Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's what it felt like because we knew the talent he possessed.
The talent, right? Yeah, the talent was there. Yeah. Left tackle, we got one of the OGs and shit with Trent Williams from San Francisco and shit. He's one of the steadiest tackles in the league, you know. Left guard, Quentin Nelson from Indianapolis. You can say the same shit about him. One of the, you know what I'm saying, steadiest, most consistent guards in the league.
Always gonna be amongst the top.
You know what I'm saying? Center, we got Aaron Brewer from Miami. Right guard, we got Chris.
The Dolphins got a player up there?
Yeah, I know, right? That's surprising. And for you to be on the offensive line no, they saying that it was mainly Tua fault. They not. You know what? I'm not even gonna do that.
Move on. Go ahead, move on. Move on. It's all right.
Right guard, we got Chris Landstorm from Atlanta, and right tackle we got Darnell Wright from Chicago and shit. So shout out to those guys. And then on our edge rushers, we got shout out to the NFC. Because they out here. We got Brian Burns from New York. We got, of course, Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter still balling. You know what I'm saying? And year 100 is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, just out here, just consistently just balling.
One of those people that kind of was like under the radar, even from his time in Minnesota.
Minnesota, right? Yeah.
Just consistent. You know what I mean?
Facts. But, you know what I'm saying? Another Houston guy. On all-pro team and shit. Yeah. And rounding out that is Aiden Hutchinson from Detroit, aka some people might be calling comeback player of the year. You know,
Yeah, because he was missing though with injuries last year.
Dak Prescott, Christian McCaffrey is probably going to be the top 3. You know what I'm saying, in that category when it comes to comeback player of the year and shit. So one of the whoever wins that deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Out of those 3 and shit. Like, whoever wins that deserve it and shit. Then we got the interior lineman. We got Leonard Williams from Seattle. And we got Cameron Hayes from Pittsburgh. Cameron Hayes is another OG that motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
You said Cameron Hayes?
Cameron Hayward. I'm sorry.
Hayward, I'm about to say.
Yeah, from Hayward, from Pittsburgh and shit. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Another OG that just consistently put in work and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just haven't fell completely off yet. I was watching Calais Campbell. I was like, why is Calais Campbell still performing and shit? Why is these old motherfuckers still out here balling and shit?
They're pros, bro. Like, they pros.
Watching what's my boy name out there in Khalil Mack? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, like, watching him just
out in the
blow up plays and shit. Like, I'm like, bro, it's crazy how these guys are still. Hell, Von Miller won 24 out in Washington, still making plays. So shout out to the OGs doing anything out here. For our linebackers, we got Devin Lloyd from Jacksonville, who was one of the best cover linebackers. I was watching, bro. Damn near had an interception every other week for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro was out there getting busy out there in that zone coverage for real. Like, and he, you know what I'm saying, was getting downhill.
Better cover linebackers in the league. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Ernest Jones from Seattle is coming our other linebacker and shit. Yeah. And then this is where I'm actually shocked at. We got Pat Surtain as our second team DB and shit this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him with Devin Witherspoon from Seattle and shit. Of course, Pat Surtain is from Denver, for those who don't know.
Right.
Shit. Our slot corner will be Derwin James. He's also one of the better safeties in the league too. So shout out to him.
That's so interesting how they do that now with the safeties. You know, well, you know, because sometimes at corner it can be a shortage. So whoever's your best guy, like, let the best guy get the spot. I do like that part though.
And then we got our safeties, and we got Jesse Bates from Atlanta. He been balling a lot last couple of seasons too. So shout out to him getting the notice.
He got us once.
Where
he got us when we played Atlanta. Yeah.
And we got a guy that I never could pronounce his name, right? He was the safety with the 49ers. He's now over there in Denver and shit. But the Troy Polamalu looking motherfucker and shit. The Tula.
Oh, the safety.
Hufunga.
I know you.
I know how to pronounce his last name and shit.
Yeah.
Hufunga and shit. But shout out to him over in Denver. And Xavier McKinney from Green Bay rounds out the safety.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And our special teamers, we got Dicker the kicker. Oh no, I thought that was Dicker the kicker. So we got Michael Dixon from Seattle as the punter, Kavontae Turpin as the kick returner, Marcus Jones as a punt returner, Deshaun Phillips as a special teamer, and our long snapper is Andrew DePala from Minnesota and shit. So.
Okay.
And that's our first team and second team all pros. I like my only issue, and I'm standing on this shit. My only issue is I think put George Pickens first team and put Jamar Chase second team. I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Put George Pickens first team and Jamar Chase second team. I'm straight.
That's my boy saying one of these Cowboys gonna make this first team. What I'm saying?
Not because like that. I think he's the only Cowboy that truly deserved to be first team or second team All Pro this year. Even my, you know what I'm saying, my respect and love for Dak don't mean that he deserved to be first team or second team. I think that you can argue that there was two other quarterbacks that had a better season than Dak Prescott this year. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that you can argue that it was legit three other receivers that had a better, you know what I'm saying, season than George Pickens this year, for real. But I think that what you said, the fact that he is, in the eyes of the media and the fans, the second receiver on that team, is why he didn't get the first.
I do think it's a difference between CeeDee Lamb and T. Higgins.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So, you know what I mean? So we know which one's gonna garner more attention for the other one to eat.
Without a doubt. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
but yeah, man.
With that being said, though, he still should be first team. So, but did you have any problems with first or second team or placements or who made it and who didn't or anything like that?
Not really, man. it was. See, the thing is, I can never really have a problem with it, only because every year we do. Obviously, the first team, second team is only a certain amount of spots. It really kind of sometimes even gets caught up in how different styles of play, because there's always more guys who are balling, who are having exceptional years, who are just not going to make the list. So
Right.
honestly, no, I don't really have a. They didn't do anything that's too absurd. You know what I mean? So I don't really have a problem per se with the list at all.
No doubt.
But everybody they named definitely deserves to be on there.
Well, shout out to, like I said, Bijan Robinson for being on first team and second team All
Mm-hmm.
Pro this year. If you're gonna make the All Pro list, you better make that bitch. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
he made it
he
2
said-
times for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? He said we make it sure. You know what I'm saying? Just in
Yeah.
case they try to do me dirty on the first team, I'm making the second team. You know what I'm saying? Just to be on the
Yeah.
safe side. And shit. You know.
So
But
yeah, and I showed up a little late, so I don't know if you touched on the game last night.
no, so look, I slightly brushed past how certain teams in college football has been doing well. I did say that Indiana beat the shit out of Oregon.
Oregon.
I did mention that. I
Yeah.
did mention that and shit. I did mention how I didn't touch on, like, I didn't stay on it, but I did mention, you know what I'm saying, that the U has brought a lot of that energy from the 2000s back. You know what I'm saying? As it, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, this run, and shout out to Uncle Mike on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Doing the most nefarious acts on the motherfucking sideline.
You know what? That wasn't the most nefarious act on the sideline. To correct me if it's not. That wasn't the worst of it.
That wasn't even a boy.
That wasn't
listen,
even the worst of it. That
listen,
wasn't.
bro, if I had it,
Hey man.
if I had it, I'll put it up. If I had it, I'll put it up right now. If I had it, I'll put it up there right now. I'm gonna do it in post though. I'm gonna do it in post so y'all know. If y'all didn't know, if y'all didn't see it, I want to show it. Matter of fact, go ahead. If you could talk about something, I'm gonna try to see if I can find that shit.
So yeah,
I'm gonna try to see if I can find that shit if you want to talk about something, bro.
Nah, but it was just pretty much a pretty good anticipated game between Oregon and Indiana. For the most part, two of the probably most sought after quarterbacks in this year, being Dante Moore for Oregon and Fernando Mendoza from Indiana. We know for sure Fernando's going to be in the draft this year, pretty much
Right.
going to be the first overall pick. Dante Moore still hasn't declared yet, but if he does declare, it's a good chance that he'll be the second overall pick in this year's draft.
Right.
So now, granted, I ain't gonna lie, it was you and me talked about this off, the day before the pod, and how I kind of felt Indiana was going to win, but part of me, our gut was like, man, you know what? But I just think Oregon just has. And boy, was I proven like completely wrong. I was like, yeah, Indiana's on it's like a freight train with no brakes on it, man. They got. And the thing is, but you know what the funny thing is, Fernando only threw 477 yards.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know the stats. I just saw the final score and shit.
But remember, but that was the other part. Remember what we were saying? I said, yo, listen, a lot of people, we talk about how good Fernando Mendoza, understandably so, with a well-deserved, but it's a lot of other dogs on that team.
Oh yeah.
Like for y'all to run that score up like that, your quarterback only have 177 passing yards. Yeah.
Well, and that's you know what I'm saying, that shows defense came to play and shit, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, the job that Kirk Cignetti has done with Indiana, it's crazy. But if you look at it, the way he's doing it, see, this is where the transfer portal pretty much comes in. It was a clip of an interview. Like I said, if one of us finds it, maybe we can put it up. But he kind of spoke on recruiting 15 to 20 high school kids and everybody else out of the transfer portal. So if you look at the starting lineup for them, they got a lot of like 6-year seniors on that team.
Right.
That were not. Like they were mainly like 3-star recruit type guys who were just still in college. And it just goes to show you that the transfer portal, if you're a high school recruit, you're a 5-star, a lot of the the kind of the leverage you had, y'all losing it. I'm letting you know right now. Because what people are starting
I understand
to see,
what you said, yeah.
Because what they're starting to notice, experience, it beats all. You know what I mean? You got to have that experience. These guys they basically grown men, 23, 24 years old. They've been hitting that Division I weight room for a long time. Because I don't think he has any 5-star kids that are starting on that team. You know what I mean? These are all transfer guys that weren't really that great. They're just playing all their years. but because they're a little older. You know what I mean? Got a couple Bo Nick, a couple like 25, 26-year-olds on that mug.
Man, so look, let me ask you a question about that. Do you think that that's going to help, like both? I think that's not only going to help the programs like the schools that like get better quicker, but it's also going to help some of those older players that probably wasn't being looked at for the league be looked at a little. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit more light shine on them and shit like that.
Yeah, so that was kind of one of the good sides of the transfer portal, right? Because it's not like traditionally before where you may have a first round pick who's like the third string. Now you don't have to wait anymore, right? Because now it's like, all right, cool, I'm a top recruit, but I don't have to wait till my junior year to actually play. I can, because as long as people are graduating and declaring for the draft, there's always going to be open spots across the country to go to. Right. So, it's just how people are building their teams up now. Oh.
Hold on. Here we go. What you doing, Ray? Hold up. What's going on, Ray? Look at Michael Phelps' face. Michael Phelps, like, what the fuck is going on? What we doing out here? Why your tongue out like that, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Ray, why your arms wrapped around that man's waist? Let that man go, Ray. What you doing, bro? This is the sideline, bro. Why you? What are we doing, Ray? What are we doing, Ray? Let me turn this shit off. What we doing, Ray? Y'all niggas on the Miami sidelines need to chill the fuck out, bro. Y'all doing too much, nigga. Y'all doing entirely too much.
The
niggas is winning, let them win.
Never mind, 2000. They trying to go back to the 80s.
Boy.
They was wild, out of control. I don't know what they
chill out. Y'all chill on the motherfucking sidelines. Put that shit down. Whatever y'all got, put it down. Stop it.
They said, no, we in the national championship game because that game is set. Indiana versus Miami, man. Can I get a quick prediction?
Oh, man. So me personally, because of the culture, I got to go with Miami. I got to go. I'm rocking with Miami. I ain't even thinking about it, just for the culture.
The waist grabbers.
I'm talking about Uncle Mike's Miami and shit.
It's all the same. Stop trying to separate them. It's all the same.
We didn't see Ray do that shit all year because he wasn't on the sideline all year. Who was on the sideline all year?
He was there. Now Mike was just turning it up though. Now Ray been there all year, bro.
Ray ain't been there doing that.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what happened. Don't ask me nothing. Listen, I just know not to go against Indiana, and I'm not. I'm going with Indiana.
I ain't mad at you. I'm
going against them boys.
I'm going with it because I want to see Mike go crazy. I want to see Mike
going wild out. I said Mike gonna get locked up. I hope
Mike is going to the stadium prison and shit. He's going to be locked up in there.
He's gonna take it further than the belt to the other teams. Yeah, he's going further. It's the national.
Yeah.
You ain't been in the national.
He might assault the mascot, nigga. This nigga might have. So who the mascot of Indiana? And shit. Well, whoever he is, he keep him under lock and key. You know what I'm saying? Keep that motherfucker on under armed guards and shit. Because Uncle Mike looking for that nigga.
But so what we talking about? We got a couple playoff games today.
Oh yes, we do, bro. Like we got and oh man. It's kind of hard being excited for the playoffs when your team not there. It's really kind of hard doing that and shit. You can't relate. Of course you can't relate.
But I feel you though. I feel you.
The first playoff game is the motherfucking Rams versus the Panthers. Yeah. And surprisingly, the team that don't have double-digit wins will be home.
We will be traveling to the Carolinas, the Bank of America Stadium, to play the 8 and 9 Carolina Panthers.
The winner of the NFC South.
And I guess if y'all don't already know, yes, they already one of those 8 wins definitely came against the Rams in the regular season. They did get us, but it's okay.
Already snatched one from the Rams.
Because we already understand, Revenge is the dish best served cold, brother.
So look,
So
I'm
it's all-
thinking that the Rams might
good.
have a little type of revenge run. I think that it might come down to the Rams having to go through all the teams that they lost at least once to this past regular season to get to the Super Bowl and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The stage is set, bro. The script is in. They turned the script in, bro.
That's
We
what it looked like to me.
on.
And then we got the primetime game tonight, which is fucking rival of all rivals in NFL, you know what I'm saying, lore. Goddamn Green Bay Packers going to Soldier Field to play against the Chicago Bears. And Green Bay, you know, limping into this game somewhat. The quarterback coming off of injuries. Micah Parsons out for the season, of course. You know, I think some of the receivers has been battling injuries. I think Watson has been battling injuries throughout the season. You know, they basically limping into this. And Chicago's been on a motherfucking run. I got Green Bay. Who you got in this game? Who you got in this game?
Yo, that's crazy. I think I'm actually so when you talk about the all pro teams and even like some of the awards, talk about MVP. Let's talk about Coach of the Year, right? And I think one of the Coach of the Year is definitely coaching in this game, man. Chicago Bears coach Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
It's like night and day. And now we got to kind of see our first real glimpse of the progression of Caleb Williams. Some of the things that we see, like, okay, he is good at this. This is what he can do, and this is where we see him going.
Right.
And he'll get better with experience and consistency.
Without a doubt.
I think this is only the beginning, but I still think they're gonna get their licks in before they get knocked out. So I'm going with the Bears.
I ain't mad at that. So tomorrow.
But Mike is not playing, right?
Not playing, no.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with the Packers though, because I just feel like the Bears, with all that being said, he's still only passing for like 59% of completing 59% of his passes and shit. So
but what's the rest of that team doing though?
Yeah.
What the rest of that team doing?
Right. But I think that if Green Bay, this is playoffs, so it's when to go home. So then you gotta bring whatever you got available, they gotta play their best. And I think that they're still a better team than Chicago, all in all.
I just feel like Mike
LaFleur.
Mike's his brother. He's on the Rams staff, but Matt LaFleur. I feel like his position in the NFC North little team. He was the Sean McVay of their division. But now it looked like Ben Johnson turned up. I don't know, because that offense is your specialty. I don't know how impressed have you been with Jordan Love this year.
But that's also, saying Jordan Love also got something to do with that too. So.
Yeah, true.
I also think Caleb Williams has something to do with, how he hasn't truly ascended yet, because he's still doing some shit that he needs to get out of his system. Shit.
If you remove them quarterbacks, we see what the coaches, but what them teams doing, because there's other guys out there that that's playing. Yeah. Them boys in Chicago is balling.
I think that the Packers is just as good as Chicago.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Just as good and shit.
Maybe I lost two difference, but I can dig it.
Yeah.
Oh, do I gotta ask you taking in the Rams of Carolina?
No, you don't.
Okay, cool. But I'd say
that's why we didn't discuss it. I don't believe that much in the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's just closer between the Packers and the Bears than it is pretty much any other team. So, all right. So look, here we go. Sunday games, right?
All right, about the second one.
You got the Bills at Duval County, out there with another coach that might be considered for Coach of the Year, Liam Cohen, in the Jacksonville Jaguars, with another quarterback that's been balling and people had gave up on previously and shit. So and Trevor Lawrence and shit.
Duval, let me tell you who I'm going with, right?
Duval, like how he did it earlier in the season when he did it with the neck and shit.
Yeah, he was. You got that? You got that clip? You got that clip?
I wish I did, boy.
I'll man it. We can find a clip. You can find a clip. I'll hold that back. I'm gonna hold that. You go ahead. Go to work.
Let me see if I can find
research
that
team. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put my pick out here right now. I am definitely going with the Bills, only because.
Ooh, okay.
Only because.
Say less.
Granted, Liam Cohen, we know where he came from, right? That's why he's doing what he's doing. What culture tree he comes from. Hell of a job.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Listen, man. We might have somebody for y'all. What you talking about, man? Chris Schuler. Just saying, we might have somebody for y'all. But anyway, I just don't know if in a playoff. I don't know if I'm ready to trust Trevor Lawrence yet.
I agree with you.
And like, again, as a collective, like Jacksonville again started off slow, but man, they finished really, really good this year. But I mean, yeah, they did have Houston in their division, but it's just like Houston. But Houston also go off to a slow start. What happened? Found it.
My bad.
What happened?
Nah. I was trying to find the clip. Go ahead.
But yeah, I think Houston also started off slow and finished well. But I just think, are they going to be able to put enough pressure on Josh Allen? Because again, that's really the key. If you can stop Josh Allen, you beat the Bills. But it's not always an easy task.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Even if you get to him, you got to get him on the ground.
The way that he's running.
Right. You know what I mean? Them draws. I mean, because I know most of you going to try to blitz the hell out of him, but when that draw play come, you know, he going to wreck. What do you have? Like 1,800 yards this year? 1,600?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, between those two.
So I think I'm gonna just go with the Bills on this one. That's just me. I'm not mad at Okay, there you go.
The community.
Hold on. I just realized I got that bitch muted.
How do we do this together?
Hold on. Let me stop it real quick. Because I got that bitch muted on this joint.
Not the Duvo.
I bet. But see, like, I'm not mad at your pick at all, bro. I think that you valid in everything that you said, and everybody that is involved with what you said. Come on now.
Unity.
What?
Duval.
You heard what he said?
How do we do this together? Jackson.
You heard what he said. How do we do this together?
Okay.
Together.
Yeah.
And the way that we do this together, right, is that defense. That defense. You get pressure on Josh Allen. You make Josh Allen turn the ball over. You make the Bills offense turn the ball over. Your defense has been the reason why your team has been as good as they've been this year. Let's keep it a beat. Even though Liam Cohen has turned that offense around and made Trevor Lawrence look a lot better, the defense has been really good this year. Top 10, top 15 defense. That's the type of defense that you need, especially a defense that can take the ball away. They're top 10, if not top 5 in takeaways this year. You know, they at one point in time for the better half of the season, they was leading the league in takeaways. So,
and let me say something else too. Not the kind of we have one more game on Sunday,
right?
But I am so disappointed in a lot of the guys we elected. Like we talk about like the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Half of them not even playing in the playoffs. More than half, actually. So like one of them, I think, is playing in the playoffs. We're going to have to reevaluate some stuff like next year. I'm telling you right now, my quarterback list next year is going to be totally different. Because, see...
Well, you would say 2 of them, right? Like, I mean, Josh Allen and Matt Stafford is...
Yeah, but... And Matthew Stafford, he was always right outside of the top 5. But we know we're talking about Patrick Mahomes... Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, those guys, and the fact that only like one of those guys are in the playoffs is kind of crazy.
So we got the next game, which is the 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles, and this game is one of those games, in my opinion, that the Eagles is going to win. They might fuck around and win decisively, and people are gonna get on my fucking nerves. That's all I can say. Motherfuckers is gonna get on my goddamn nerves because I think that the Eagles defense can take advantage of what the 49ers is missing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the playmakers that they're missing and that they truly need against like a defense like this. I think the Eagles can take full advantage of that defensively and shit, you know. So
Yeah.
and
Missing Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. I think this is where it kind of they've managed to overcome, but
right.
because now it's the playoffs, everybody's 0-0. This is where I do think it affects them because now every week at now is going to be the game of the week for you guys.
Right.
So I think eventually it's going to come to a screeching
And I
halt
think
for the
that
Niners.
the Eagles defense versus the Niners offense, they just match up well.
Yeah.
Shit. Especially when you don't have a full complement of weapons on that and shit like that.
Yeah, your two best players in your front seven are gone. So
right.
I mean,
shout out and this is why coordinators or coaching is so important. Because shout out to Robert Saleh for being able to still have that defense playing the fucking way it
did. As a Ram fan, and I'm saying this, he is a pain in the ass. I hate that he came back to the division.
Right, no doubt.
Because he's really just that good.
Nah, he really is for real. And like I always said that some people, some coaches are better as coordinators than they are head coaches and shit.
Oh, he would have been a good coach. You got stuck with Aaron Rodgers.
It's just it's the Jets.
I mean, we gotta call it what it is. You got stuck with Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Aaron Rodgers,
and it was the Jets franchise.
I think that's what I'm saying. It's a double whammy. You had to deal with Aaron Rodgers and you had to deal with the Jets. Like,
yeah, it's too much for a new head coach.
He was bound to be fired. You know what I'm saying? He was bound. Somebody, either the organization or the player, was going to get you fired. The game after that, we got the San Diego. Still to this day, bro. To this day, I still want to call you motherfucker. The Los Angeles Chargers against the New England Patriots. And of course, they are in Foxborough. This is going to be the first playoff game in Foxborough since 2020 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or 2019, whatever. What was the last season that Brady was?
Whatever the last time Brady was in town.
Whatever Brady was there, this is the last motherfucking season. I mean,
that's when life was good in Gillette.
Game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, life was good in Gillette when they had time. Other than it's been a little rough.
I think they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The year after he left, but it wasn't a home game. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So this is the first home game that they have since he left, and shit like that. You got another team that's limping into the playoffs when it comes to the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Joe Alt might have. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think he might be out. I don't know if he out for
Slater's out for the season, right? Isn't he?
Out for the season,
yeah. Nah.
Playoffs. I don't know if I heard that somewhere, or I might just be making shit up. But they're limping into the playoffs. Their quarterback got a broken hand. Of course, it's not his throwing hand, but you know what I'm saying? He's coming in with a broken hand and shit like that. He beat the Cowboys with a broken hand. He beat the Eagles too, so fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Start talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Eagles ain't even playing that day.
Right.
For that game.
So
I'm going with New England for
you going with New England
reasons. Yeah, I'm
rocking with New England.
Yeah.
I want to go with New England too. I really do. And I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go with New England. The reason why I don't want to pick against New England is because I just feel like they might be New England again. You know what I'm saying? Like just Mike Vrabel instead of Bill Belichick and Drake May instead of Tom. And I'm not comparing Drake May to Tom Brady by any means. But I'm saying like that system just seemed to pick up right where it left off when you get a motherfucker that was under Belichick's tree and that's actually pretty damn good coach. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't under Belichick's coaching tree. He was under Belichick's tutelage as a student, basically, when it comes to being a player and shit. Like, So, and he went out and became a pretty damn good coach, rather with what he did with Tennessee and shit like that. So, Vrabel, what he did this year with New England and how he was able to turn those guys around, and Drake May taking that extra step this year and becoming a lot more consistent in the offense and having a true number one receiver in Stephon Diggs has really opened up a lot for that offense. And the defense is going to be the defense because it's the New England fucking Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's going to be the defense. They're going to be a top 5, top 10 scoring defense. See, like I don't think people understand how important that particular type of defense is. Like, you could be good in every other statistical category, but if you're not a good scoring defense, then it don't really matter at the end of the day. And shit. So
Right.
Like the Patriots has been doing that this year, and the offense has been keeping them steady. The running game has came along. Second half of the season has exploded the running game and shit, which allowed for the play action pass to open up for Drake May for him to be a lot more consistent than he was in the first half of the season. So I'm going with New England also, just because I feel like their team is more complete at this current moment in the year and shit. Whereas though, like I said, Chargers is limping into the playoffs and shit.
Yeah,
And then we got the final game of this wild card weekend, which is the Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another team that didn't win double digits that will be hosting a playoff game against a team that has double digits wins and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Houston, the number one defense. Oh, excuse me. No. Steelers is 10-7. My bad. I thought they was 9-8 and shit. But the Texans number one defense coming into this goddamn playoff game. Offense has got a lot more consistent. CJ Stroud has looked a lot better, especially the second half of the season. Of course, he missed a couple games early in the season with an injury and shit like that. Receiver core has been back healthy. That's another thing that they was suffering from too. A lot of teams were suffering from injuries and was able to weather those storms. So shout out to those guys that, you know what I'm saying, that has been able to do that for real. So, and then you got the Steelers, old quarterback, bad offense still. I don't see how their offense is still this bad. Like, it's crazy. I think offense is really still that bad. It's basically DK or bust. Like, if they're not going deep to DK, then it's going to be something short underneath every time. And I think that their style of offense versus this defense, this defense is going to win every time. So I'm going with Houston, and I think I'm going with Houston in a blowout on some real shit. Like, I'm going with
Listen, if any team is going to be an upset through the AFC, those rounds, I would say Houston is my dark horse, man. Defensively, them boys are sound. If they offense can just be consistent enough, they can pose a real threat. I'm going with Houston.
Hell yeah.
I heard those all pros. I heard them boys coming the ball.
All the all pros on the defensive side too, you know. So
I heard those. Yeah, now I'm going with them.
Yeah, so we rocking out with Houston, and like I said, I believe that's going to be I think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be like they're going to manhandle the Steelers. It's going to look like how the old Steelers teams used to be against other teams. You know, it's going to be like that. And shout out to D'Amico Ryan for really setting the standard out there in Houston. One of the best young coaches in the league and shit.
Yep.
Facts.
For sure.
So like that's our picks for the first round of the wild card round of the playoffs, man. Like I said, as a Cowboy fan, it's hard to be excited for a lot of these games because my team is not in the playoffs and shit. But for the teams that are in the playoffs, man, this is the first year in a long time that this shit feel wide open. That there's not a team that you can look at and say definitively, you know, which where I'm trying to say I didn't smoke the whole L this episode and shit. But it's not a team that you can look at with a fact and say, yeah, that's the team that's going to win this year. This shit. So this is just as open as it's been in all years. And look, I want to address something that Nick Wright from First Things First has said. And I've been seeing this shit floating on the internet a lot, right? He said that whoever wins the Super Bowl this year will have an asterisk next to it because they did not have to go through the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, hold on. Let me stop you there. I know, my bad. I'm sorry. But
go ahead.
That is like some of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Why would I put an asterisk next to that when the Chiefs didn't? How you going to hate from outside the club? You couldn't get in.
And that's my same exact response. That's my same exact response.
Everybody
starts no way you can say that. Now, I can understand if the Chiefs got there and then Patrick Mahomes got injured and then y'all say some shit like that. That's cool. But y'all wasn't even in contention to get there. Like, you wasn't even like, in the last couple of weeks of the season, it wasn't like, oh, the Chiefs got to win these games. No, y'all was out by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we like Patrick Mahomes, like, for sure. But I like Peyton Manning growing up. He ain't always was in the playoffs, didn't always win. Sometimes it's just.
Sometimes Tom Brady not in the playoffs.
It's the ultimate team game, no matter how good you you and me just sat there and talked about the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks. It's only about one of them that's really in the playoffs. Josh Allen. Where's Lamar at? Home. Where's Joe Burrow? Home. Patrick Mahomes? Home. So yes, we understand how important the quarterback is to touch the ball every play, them in the center. But what that team look like,
right? That's
Mr.
fact.
Right, you got. I mean, we ain't doing
So,
that. Ain't no asterisks.
Yeah, we not letting that fly. We not letting that fly. They had a good enough team to begin the season. When they begin the season with it, when they was still fighting for playoff position, they had a good enough team. All that shit until they did.
No, so they just didn't have a good enough right here. That's the problem.
But I'm saying like this. I'm talking about based off of words that you know what I'm saying. The people were saying about that shit. So they had all this shit until they didn't. So you're not about to sit here and blame anybody else for what the Chiefs couldn't do. Right. They couldn't make the playoffs this year. This is on them. If anything, you put the asterisk by their name, motherfucker, not by any other team. By anybody other.
Don't try to discredit everybody else.
Facts. But yeah, like I said, this playoffs is looking really wide open for anybody to go out there and make a mark and make you know what I'm saying, they true stamp in the history books and shit. So shout out to all the teams that's available and alive to do so and shit.
And real quick, in the AFC West, it's not just the Broncos. The Chargers are playing. So the Chiefs
also out there, yeah.
Nah, bro, y'all just wasn't that good this year. Two teams from your division are in the playoffs.
Two teams. That mean that was two teams in your division that was better than you.
Yeah, it's one thing if like, okay, we don't win the division, we had an off year, but two teams made the playoffs and y'all didn't. That just shows y'all just wasn't.
Is the worst team in the league. That's crazy.
The Raiders, and you know they getting Mendoza next year, so you better hurry up. You know they got Ashton Genty, and he got his stance. He got his stance right.
Right, so get him a little 1-2.
Tell you they're gonna mess around and get him a receiver.
Don't let him find a receiver.
They already got a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Never know, man. A trade. They might be a
trade
away.
Two tight ends and shit. They got two of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, they might be a trade of adding somebody else on that defense. Y'all better figure it out, Kansas City.
Yeah, for real. Don't let these young niggas be able to pass you by.
Yeah, you know they about to get a new coach.
Yeah, facts. They fired Pete Carroll. Hey, you want to speak on that? Because a lot of coaches disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Got Thanos up out of their positions and shit. Hey, you know what? Shout out to the Browns for making the decision, the right decision. Shout out to, you know what's so funny? The NFC North have the funniest. They got some shit that could happen that might be the funniest shit in history. Each one of those coaches could end up on one of those opposite teams and shit. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like, goddamn, Harbaugh can end up over there in Pittsburgh. Stefanski can end up in Baltimore. And Tomlin can end up in Cleveland. This shit.
Nothing good is going to come to the Cleveland Browns until the Haslam family has nothing to do with the Browns.
Shit, well, there ain't nothing coming good to them and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, the whole Stefanski, because, you know, we all wanted to see Shador and all that, but the Browns ain't been good long before Stefanski got there.
That's a fact.
Yeah, until they're the common denominator.
So, all right, what about the other two teams then? Who you think is a better fit for Baltimore as of right now and shit?
As a coach?
Yeah.
I just feel like the way the league's going now, like I said, we see a lot of guys, like I said, like the Liam Cohen. We're starting to see newer names.
Yeah, younger guys.
It's only the really, like, think about it. Like, the Rams coach, McVay, got there in 2017. How many guys are coaching in the NFL from 2017 in today's league right now? Maybe only two guys?
I think the people that got hired in 17 are the second longest tenure coaches in the league. So the first longest tenure coach for a particular team, for a particular team is Mike Tomlin and shit.
Okay,
and
Mike.
then it's Andy Reid. Then it's everybody that got hired in 2017, which is Sean McVay, Shen, the nigga from the 49ers and shit. All them, yeah, everybody got hired in 2017.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that group.
So that's 4 out of 32. So me personally, again, I think the league is just turned over now. I think a lot of those jobs are going to be waiting for guys when they start getting to the second, third round of the playoffs. Like I was just talking about one of our coordinators, Chris Shula, and different guys from a lot of different teams that they're going to be offered head coaching jobs. I don't think there's anybody out there now,
I agree
unless you want to offer somebody like a Kurt Signetti from Indiana or
Right, yeah.
a Dan Landing or something. But even though I don't think you had to give those guys a lot because they got it made.
Yeah, they're gonna right, exactly.
So they like so unless you like somebody in college, you're just pretty much waiting for teams to further so you can know. Obviously, you're a playoff team. You're a really good team, so you just want to see those coordinators and how they play in those tougher games, man. So a lot of those replacements, they're in the playoffs right now. So they are interviewing for them jobs right now, starting today.
Right, no doubt. No doubt. Shit. I'm about to pivot to something else real quick. You wasn't here earlier, but I did want to ask you a question real quick. And shit. I was telling everybody I finished season 2 of Sons of Anarchy and shit. And that's probably one of my favorite new shows and shit.
Yeah, get over there to that watch along, man. Go watch that Sons of Anarchy, y'all.
Hell
yeah.
I mean?
Follow that, my man. He ain't know as he goes on his. Me, I done seen it already, y'all. So, I mean, he ain't never really. So he's going through the ups and the.
Yeah, facts, so facts. I'm still emotional and fucked up from what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
And shout out to the new members and Patreons over there too. The patrons on the buddies on Patreon and the new members on YouTube. As a matter of fact, hold up, because we have a new member on YouTube, and I just want to give them a shout out personally right now. Shit. So we got Twiggy Flacco and shit. Twiggy Flacco. Shit, as a member in the roll-up section and shit too, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to bro and shit over there on YouTube. He was able to see the final 2 episodes of season 2 early. They're out right now for members and on the Patreon and shit, but they will be out next week for everyone and shit like that. So he was able to see that earlier. He understand my anger and my trauma from season 1 and the way season 2 and the way how it ended this shit. So I was really going through it, bro, for real, yo. So shout out to him and shout out to everybody else that's been supporting me on this journey because this shit got me tripping for real. But with that being said, right? So last week we had both said something to the extent that, hey, this is a person that you should go listen to. And we both gave out artists that we wanted the fans and the viewers and shit to go listen to. This week, I want you to give out a show that you think that people should go take a watch and shit and really give a chance.
And by the way, if anybody that heard those names, you know, bro said Sir, no R&B singer.
R&B singer from TDE.
You know, I gave a hip hop artist from Philly or whatnot, Young Chris.
If
you guys listen, if y'all did listen, you know, get in the comments, tell me what y'all think. If y'all did,
no doubt. Facts.
Follow up with that. I know I followed up with it for sure.
Word. And what did you think about what you heard?
So at first, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it was a little slow. So I ain't gonna lie, I had to outside the pod, I had to pick up the phone, I had to call New Jersey Preem, like, hey man, I know this the guy, you know, you said I listened to such and such project. I said, no, obviously the guy's talented, right? But I said, no, is there something else? So he gave me another album. I don't remember the exact name as we speaking on the pod. Chasing Summer. It was one of his earlier joints I know New Jersey Preem enjoys, and it didn't fail me.
Yeah,
I think I enjoyed that project. I'm not gonna say what project. Y'all should go listen to all his work. You know, he's talented. Y'all should go give it a shot. But me personally, I agree with bro. That was hard. I did enjoy that project literally from the beginning. For sure, it was already like I was like, okay, now I see.
Right.
This is where it comes in, and it came out before the album I listened to. So I said, okay, I see it. That I'll go back and listen to for sure. Right. I said, okay, so that was tough. So that was a good shout out to you for that. You definitely saved it. He definitely found his way into another playlist because New Jersey Preem just did that because I wasn't sure.
Right. I mean? I feel you. So I feel you.
So he definitely got some songs off that album in the playlist now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He followed up. He definitely messed with you. How about you? Did you follow up on anything?
Hell no.
Oh Lord.
Hell no.
Oh Lord. Yeah, we're still waiting on music reviews from this guy, man. I'm telling you, yo, he gonna have a new segment.
He's gonna embarrass me in front of company and shit.
Yeah, man, I asked you. I told y'all. I told him offline I was gonna say something about it. I actually was spent my time listening to it. Because that's what he said. So I said I'm gonna go listen to it.
He also was supposed to tell me what to go listen to, and he didn't. So this.
Well, no. I had suggestions. Because you can go look it up. Now, if you would have asked me for the suggestions, I would have had them ready. Actually, I did have them ready for you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you the suggestions now. You and the rest of the fam. So, y'all, you listen to Young Chris. What I would tell you guys to go listen to off top, mainly, well, this is mainly for New Jersey Preem. I would tell you Network 3 and the Network 4. Okay. Start there. All right, only because I feel like I would give you 1 and 2. Me personally, I like 1 and 2. I like all of them, to be honest. But for you, I'm gonna tell you Network 3 and 4.
Okay.
Let's just start there.
Network and then, 3 and 4.
Yeah, Network 3 and 4. I'm gonna tell you. I think start there, and we'll go from there. Everybody else, I mean, if y'all feel, go check it out. You know what I mean? Go check those joints out, man. I think.
So this week, instead of giving a suggestion to move, because you're one of those people that suggested Sons of Anarchy to me also, so you know what I'm saying, like you don't really stare me wrong when it comes to like music, media, shit like that. So when it comes to suggesting a show to myself and to anybody watching, what would that be for you and shit? Like what's a show that you would suggest for people to go check out if you think they haven't seen it and shit?
And again,
if you got multiple, name multiple. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and again, talking to the folks, man. If y'all have any shows for us to go check out, put that in the comment section. You know, I'm always looking for something to watch on one of these streaming networks. Like right now, again, some of these shows obviously are not like new shows, but just going back in time. Right. You know, watching these shows, I didn't get to watch these shows. Like right now, I'm currently watching Homeland. I don't know if anybody in the comments watched that. If y'all do, you know, like I said, put it in the comments. Tell me what you thought, whatever the case may be. So I'm just watching, and the Night Agent. I'm watching that as well. Okay. I'm watching that show. But another good one. Again, I think I told you before. Outside of Sons of Anarchy, I think you would enjoy Breaking Bad. Okay. I don't know. You didn't see that before, right?
No, I haven't seen that either. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So for y'all that actually seen Breaking Bad, y'all know that again. Another dope. I think you would enjoy that one. I think that would be another one that we get done this.
Word. So with me, I probably I got a couple of them I would suggest, but one that I'm watching right now that I didn't think that I will ever watch or I would like is Blue Bloods. That shit fire.
Y'all seen Blue Bloods? Yeah, it's still going on. That shit.
I just started watching that shit. I'm still on season 1 and shit. Like that shit.
Oh wow, yeah.
That shit fire for real. But one that I would suggest that I don't think a lot of people watched, and it's a cartoon for real.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say I thought you were gonna say something else.
But it's Black Dynamite. Is shit. Michael.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Okay.
It's from the creators of the Boondocks and all that shit. And, you know, but it's if anybody's seen the live action movie Black Dynamite, Michael Jai White is like a play on blaxploitation and shit, and you know, just a comedy and shit, like a parody of that type of time and shit like that. It's about a pimp that also owned an orphanage and shit. So it's called a orphanage. Listen, just watch the fucking show. It's funny as shit. One of the best comedies that you will watch in a long time. If you've never seen Black Dynamite, please watch it, yo. I might start. Excuse me. I might start watching it on a channel. Just to start watching it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really one of my favorite shows and shit. Like,
definitely. If y'all like shows with orphanages in them, you know what I mean? Go check that show out. Check that out. Yeah, that's definitely something for y'all. You know what I mean?
For real. It's some dope episodes though. It's some funny ass episodes, you guys.
You got me spitting on camera. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so we got some shows too. Look, check this out though. So we got for hood shows, we got the Dirty D and the Dirty A and shit. These on Tubi too. Shout out to Tubi. I think they all I think they made their way to Peacock too, bro. So they moving up in the world.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
okay.
Facts, so.
Hey, what's my show I used to watch on Tubi? Oh my goodness.
That was
McGraw Avenue, yes. McGraw Avenue, yes.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a cool one. I gotta get back into it actually.
Hey, if y'all got any Tubi shows to suggest, go ahead and throw it. Hey man, listen. Speaking of Tubi, man, y'all make sure y'all go check out Sons of Sins. I know part 2 is supposed to be coming out.
Yeah, coming out soon, so look out for that. But yeah,
I
the
know,
Sons of
bro.
Sin is
Also
on there.
doing
Check it out.
casting calls too. You hear me? We might have to make our way over there and shit.
Yeah. Y'all might see us. You never
You know
know,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Get on Facebook, follow Pedro Campos. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he
thanks.
posts this
Shout out
stuff
to
up there,
Slick.
Yeah.
He's doing a casting call for his new. I don't know if it's gonna be a series or a movie, but it's this what's it called? Cold. Shit. But it's like a play on revenge is a best a dish best served. Oh, I think it's called dish served or some shit like that. But he's doing casting calls for it as of right now, bro. He's calling out a cold dish. That's what it's called. A revenge thriller, and he's seeking roles for everything. So you guys go ahead and check him out. I If you go into Smoking Buzz YouTube or Smoking Buzz IG, you will see that it's been shared on our stuff, and it'll send you a direct link to his page and his emails and stuff like that, so you guys can send your headshots, send your little clips of the you know what I'm saying, of what you think this character would be and all that. Y'all if y'all actors, y'all know how to go on about that shit. Just go ahead and do that. But this is one of the things that I'm looking forward to, because Slick had first mentioned that particular show or idea on the Wake and Bake podcast when we interviewed him.
Yeah.
And shit. Yeah. So, we was able to have some breaking news way before you guys even knew that this shit was even coming out for real.
Yeah, the interview's still up there, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out.
You can go back and check that out. We do have part 2 of the Shaquille. And listen, let me give y'all a little bit of behind the scenes struggles on that. I'm not gonna give y'all the full story, but I'm gonna give you. Look, it was hard for me to even get the part 2. It took me forever to get part 2 of the interview.
You had some difficulties, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with Shaquille. It was a 4-hour interview that I refused to let go into the ethers of the internet. We was gonna get this shit, you know what I'm saying? We was gonna get this shit up here eventually, and it couldn't happen no better than the turn of the year for us to be able to, throw that out there. And it is out there right now on the Smoking Buzz Network YouTube page and shit. Y'all can see the second part of the conversation that we had with the legendary Shaquille. And with that, you know what I'm saying, he does have his final EP project out, My Story, that has 3 or 4 great tracks on there. I think he has either a bonus track or a bonus verse on that on that EP and shit. But he has the video out for My Story right now, so you guys can go check that out on legendary Shaquille YouTube page, or y'all just type it in My Story Shaquille. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to those guys and shit, like in the city doing their thing for real. Like, but bro, at the end of the day is going to end, and I think this podcast, you know what I'm saying, has made this run right here for real. So we about to hit into our question of the week, and then we gonna get up out of here. Give me 1 second to pick this joint up. All right, so question of the week. If you had, it's kind of like the question that I just asked basically about the TV shows and shit. But if you had one show that you had to watch on like a road trip, you know what I'm saying, you on your way somewhere and you need to put on a show, like you being driven around like in a camper, you know what I'm saying, like, and you get the chance to sit back and watch some shit. What's that one show that you throwing on? You know what I'm saying? Rather is, you know what I'm saying, the entire series, or you just throw it on to have it in the background as atmosphere noise. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's tough.
So I answer mine.
Go first.
I had mine ready. So the one that I have that just have in the background that you could just have chilling is Martin, because you could just hear all the quotables. You know what I'm saying? Hear all the quotables, laugh and shit like that, but you can still just have it on the background. But if it's a show that I'm trying to focus on and pay attention to and shit like that, like I would probably say Blackish. I really started like that show right there. Like I didn't like it when it first came out, and I just started watching it probably like last year. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. And then when I put it on, I have to pay attention to it. Like, I can't watch that shit without actually watching it. You know what I'm saying? So I really love Blackish and shit. I think it's
Martin
so slick.
Is a good one.
I think it's so slick. It's like Blackish is really a slick ass show, bro. But Martin is a good one. Like I think any other shows that we grew up comfortable with, and that you can basically say front to back, line for line. a lot of those shows would come in handy when you thinking about what show you want to have
Wayne
as
Brothers.
the atmosphere show. You know what I'm saying? The show in the background. Jamie Foxx,
Wayne Brothers.
Wayne's brother. See, Archer is
Mars.
another one. The Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? Some people might say South Park, Simpsons. I don't think you can go wrong with the Simpsons if you a 90s baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Simpsons. That was
can't go
6
wrong
o'clock,
with the
6:30.
Simpsons.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
Sundays at 8 o'clock.
Then,
Yep.
I'm about to say, then the replay at 11 o'clock
Yeah.
at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely a lot of heavy Simpson watching in our house.
Facts.
Also, for sure.
What about you? What is your favorite crime show? If you had to sit back and watch a crime show, like like the first 48,
What?
or you know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, bro. I'm a Law and Order guy, man. I love Law and Order.
Right. Okay. See, I'm not into Law and Order like that.
Law and Order,
really get into it.
Yeah, Law and Order is definitely.
I can never really get into Law and Order like that. If I had a crime show or something like that, I would probably have to watch. It would probably be like, damn, I wouldn't even. It'd probably be something like how my wife watched her shows, like something like Fatal Attraction, like something like got to do with them type of crimes, the true crime type shit. But I couldn't. I don't really watch Blue Bloods is like the closest thing that I really watched to like, you know what I'm saying, Law and Order and shit like that. And I just started watching that. But y'all let us know what's the show that if you on a road trip and you know what I'm saying, you getting driven around, or you in a camper or some shit like that, or you on a flight and you gotta watch a series. You know what I'm saying? You on an 8-hour flight, you gotta watch a series. Stranger Things might be a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Some people's, you know, but that's one season. I think 8 hours is one season. You know what I'm saying? So, but you guys let us know down below, man. We about to get up out of here. This has been a dope ass episode. I feel like we ain't even get a chance to touch on so much because the playoffs is here.
And I'm tripping right now. I should be wearing my team apparel, but that's all right. As long as we in the playoffs next week, I will have my team apparel on. Rest of the way.
Y'all don't play until what you say, like 4:30, right? Y'all getting come on 4:30?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got time to put that joint on and shit. Hey, I'm
gonna have it on for the pod. I mean.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
well, I might do a live watch along for that game. You feel free to pop in. You know what I'm saying?
Get to this watch along. Y'all heard it here first. Now, I mean, might have a watch along today.
You know,
Rams, Panthers.
If you want to do that, we out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing.
Shoot, I might pull up. We might be. We out at the location doing it together actually today. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk off. Because we got to get this joint. We got to get this W. Like James be talking about.
Like I said, I'm rooting for the Rams in this game. Shit by proxy. This is my man. So I'm not about to be rooting for the Eagles. So the only, you know what I'm saying, the only team that I can't root for right now.
But
well, yeah, I know. I understand why you are. And shit. Yeah. But it's fuck both of them. If I'm a Cowboy fan, I hate the Eagles and the Niners. If I, you know what I'm saying, how I'm looking at it from there.
As soon as you say that, I don't know why I felt like Sadell was gonna pop in the comments for some reason. Shout out to bro.
But shout out to bro too, because I saw that he shared the pod too. So shout out to bro for real. Special podcast and shit. But yeah, let's get up out of here before them niggas start hopping in the jaw.
Yeah, for sure.
With that being said, we're gonna catch you guys on the next one, man. For real. And remember, man, stay fried, yo. Peace and love.
Yes, sir.